Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Idayu binti Muhammad Azam. My matric number is A16A0693. I doing my industrial training at Yayasan Islam Kelantan. Okay, this is my presentation for my industrial training. The type of the company I doing my industry training is management industry based on education. Yayasan Islam Kelantan is Kelantan State Religious Agency entrusted to carry out Islamic education and Arabic language activities among the people. It is history begin in 1973 as a result of a proposal submitted to the state government to set up a special department to operate religious schools. Yayasan Islam Kelantan located at Nilampuri. The founding of Yayasan Islam Kelantan has given a new life to Islamic and Arabic education. The mission of the company is leadership excellence in Islamic education and Arabic language. And the vision is to produce Muslim who believers, virtuous, knowledgeable, religious, and worthy of service to build families, communities, and countries. This is the organization chart of Yayasan Islam Kelantan. The first place is institution of Yayasan Islam Kelantan, and then the director of Yayasan Islam Kelantan. There are four main department of Yayasan Islam Kelantan. Firstly is Deputy Director of Management, Deputy Director of School, Deputy Director of Academic, Deputy Director of School Inspectorates. For the Deputy Director of Management, their roles for the Yayasan Islam Kelantan is manage the Yayasan Islam Kelantan administration to ensure everything smoothly and productive. For the Deputy Director of School is manage the placement, training and performing the teacher. It also ensure the implementation of curricular activities in schools of Yayasan Islam Kelantan. Thirdly is Deputy Director of Academic. It is manage the implementation of the Arab religious and academic curriculum in all schools under the administration of Yayasan Islam Kelantan. And empower the ability of Yayasan Islam Kelantan teacher in teaching and learning to produce excellent students in the world and hereafter. And lastly is Deputy Director of School Inspectorates. It is responsible for ensuring the quality teaching and learning exists in school institution under the management of it. And also responsible for overseeing the school educational institution within such time as it think fit or as direct from time to time as may be prescribed. As you can see that there are four departments under the Deputy Director of Management. Firstly is Human Resource, Management Service, Financial and Account, and lastly Development. For the Deputy Director of School, there are three departments under it. Firstly is Teacher Service, secondly United States, and lastly is Curriculum. For the Deputy Director of Academy, there are three departments. There is Curriculum, Assessment and Examination, and Daily Center. And lastly, for the of School Inspectorates, there are only one department. Under them, there is a School Inspectorate. The activities at Yayasan Islam Kelantan that I can see when I doing my industrial training is managing investment matter. Yayasan Islam Kelantan do an investment with company to gain profit to Yayasan Islam Kelantan. It is important to Yayasan Islam Kelantan to make sure that Yayasan Islam Kelantan operation will always efficient and smoothly. Secondly is Yayasan Islam Kelantan also managing the school matter to make sure the school under Yayasan Islam Kelantan will always follow the rules and do not have a problem that can affecting stability of Yayasan Islam Kelantan. The Yayasan Islam Kelantan business environment is very efficiency because the work environment is comfortable there and there is no interruption when doing work. This will do a good job and every Yayasan Islam Kelantan management is always good. During my industrial training, I do a few works. Firstly is I wrote a letter to the state legal councils. My supervisor asked me to write a letter to ask advice from state legal council regarding issue of suit against Yayasan Islam Kelantan. I must put an appendix to tell state legal council about all the issue happen. For the secondly is I must doing paperwork. I must doing paperwork on Yayasan Islam Kelantan joint venture. Then my supervisor will bring this paperwork to a meeting to discuss the investment issues faced by Yayasan Islam Kelantan. Lastly is I make a chronology Yayasan Islam Kelantan joint venture with an investment companies. I have to read the files of the companies that are joint venture with Yayasan Islam Kelantan. I need to read from the beginning of the Yayasan Islam Kelantan agreement with the investment companies and then make a chronology about that. For the contribution to the company is I assist my supervisor in preparing investment work. Since the investment unit has no staff, so I can ease my supervisor burden in getting things done because my supervisor is very busy managing investment partnership with companies. There are a few suggestions from me for Yayasan Islam Kelantan to improve their company. Firstly is add staff to investment department. Since there are only investment officers in the investment department, I recommended that Yayasan Islam Kelantan add more staff because all the work handled by my supervisor. So I think if there are more staff at the department, it can be facilitate investment and the company will get a good result for their goals. Secondly is minimize recruitment of industrial trainee students. Considering the limited facility for industrial trainee students, and there are industrial training students who need to share desks to finish work. I think Yayasan Islam Kelantan should minimize the recruitment for industrial training students, or Yayasan Islam Kelantan can improve their facility to be more comfortable if they have a complete facility of two industrial training students. I think that they will get a good result. They good result from the industrial training student, and also they can work in comfortable condition. When I doing my industrial training, there are a few challenges I must face. Firstly is I need to understand about investment. Since I am Islamic banking and finance student, I need to understand about investment. What I learned before this on my degree is more about banking and entrepreneurship. On a first week, I must learn a lot what is Yayasan Islam Kelantan Investment and what the function investment for Yayasan Islam Kelantan. After I learn about investment, I can perform the task from my supervisor. After a few weeks, I can follow the work and I can gain more knowledge about investment. I think that is the best experience for me, even it is hardest in the first. Secondly is I made a chronology Yayasan Islam Kelantan joint venture with an investment companies. I think it's a bit challenging for me because I have to read the files of the companies that are joint venture with Yayasan Islam Kelantan. I think they are a bit challenging because this is my first time reading a lot of files, and also I need to read from the beginning of the year agreement with the investment companies and then make a chronology about that. But I can handle this challenge with my supervisor guidance when I do not understand about that. I am very grateful because my supervisor always teach me something new even it is quite challenging. Moral value based on Yayasan Islam Kelantan Youth attitude that I can apply at workplace later is do not waste working time. What I can see that they do their job faithfully and do not spend their time gossiping or doing unprofitable things. I think this attitude needs to be within every employee to produce a dedicated employee. Secondly is working together in one team. As we know that when we working together, we will get a good result for our team and especially for our company. I think cooperation is a important things for me to apply when I work in one team so that we will have a good relationship with collage and the company also will efficiency.